today with more coloring. This is part 7 of this coloring live stream, and I'm really excited because it has been a hot minute since we last did this, and we can definitely finish it up today. So it's kind of a grand finale, but more importantly, this is my 50th stream. So that's super awesome. So let's just get into this. Last time we left off, I wasn't quite sure what some of these random things were, but I believe that is an ear of corn. There's some random little like leaflets, so I'm just gonna make those yellow to like kind of bring some more yellow throughout this. We have more spinach in the background, a potato, more random leaves, I don't know. But the background is kind of visible in a lot of spots, so I was thinking to just do that like a really pretty dark blue, maybe kind of a purple to kind of tie in all the purple tones. But yeah, I'm excited, so let's just get into this. Let me throw up a poll. Do you like to color? Yes or no? Start poll. Okay, yay. I think I'm just gonna start on the spinach and then I'll do the potato there. So for the spinach, here is another spinach leaf right here. I did like a lot of yellow, kind of foresty green tones. Obviously there's a whole lot of different green vegetables here. So I just want to make sure there's enough color and tone variation. I'm looking at the two broccolis there and it looks like I finished that one, but not that one. So I'll go back and go over that one once again, but for now, let's just focus on the spinach. So, it looks like I started off with a bit of yellow, so let's grab a nice warm yellow. This is, it's cut off there, but something yellow. It's more of a warm tone, kind of sunshine yellow. Oh, let me erase what I wrote. I don't want to color over that. I just wrote down spinach just so I could be sure. Hello. Oh, geez Louise, really? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining today. We're just getting started on the spinach here. Let me pick that up. I need some new tape. But there we go. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday so far. A lovely morning, or evening, or night, wherever you are from. So I'm just kind of adding in yellow here, very lightly. And then I'm going to go over with more of a foresty green. So let me grab this right here. It's a really nice dark forest green. That's fabulous. I'm glad you're all doing good. That's what I like to hear. I'm just going over, I don't know the terminology for spinach, but those little notches there, and anywhere where it shows these small detail lines, just very lightly. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. That's very kind. I've been working on this particular coloring page for a while now. This is my 7th stream showing the coloring process, so I feel like we can definitely get it done today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but yeah, I'm really excited. So I'm just using a very light hand when going over this. And I think I'm going to take more of a mossy green and just start blending those together. and then going over the yellow just to further blend that in. I just want more of a warmer base, so that's why I start with yellow. And I'm going to go back in with the forest green. Kind of darkening up the edges and over these small detail lines right there. And then anywhere where the vegetables are overlapping, I like to take a purple, just more of a cooler tone, just to add sort of a shadow effect. You can see it here with this potato. There's just purple right along where all the other vegetables meet. I've done it on the tomato. Yeah, it just helps to add some depth, and adding a cooler hue really amplifies the look of a shadow. So yeah, just a little tip for you there. Thank you. Thank you very much. That means so much to me. And honestly, I might add a bit of blue, because spinach is more of a cool-toned vegetable. Just very lightly, right along the edge and along here. And right down here where the broccoli is on top. I'll go back in with the moss green, just kind of further blend in everything. And then going back in with the forest green, just to really bring back the vibrancy on those detail areas, and then along the edges. And that also makes the blue pop, because forest green is rather cool toned and dark, very close to blue. But yeah, we're looking good. So let me put this back. I think next I'm just going to color in these random little leaves that I see here. I'm not quite sure what plant those belong to, so I was thinking I'm just making them more of a yellow tone to bring out the pops of yellow that are elsewhere in this coloring. Sorry, I did not mean to bump the microphone. Okay. I just drew little arrows on the side to remind me. So I'm just going very lightly with yellow. And then going back with this moss green, just over the lines where the details would be. And then where the shadow is, I'm going to go in with purple, very, very lightly. Kind of along the edge there too. Then back in with green just to blend that all together. I don't know what that could be. But yeah, I think we're good. I'm going to do those two next. So let me erase. I just wrote down the word yellow just to remind me. So very lightly with the yellow, basically doing the same thing I did here, But yeah, this is my 50th stream, 50. That is just wild to me. My first stream was embroidery, actually. I believe that was in April or May. Um, no, it had to have been April because my second stream was for May the 4th, where I was dressed up as Grogu. I did a Grogu makeup look, and then I have a Grogu doll, and I did Grogu's makeup. So that was a very fun stream, but that was my second stream, and it was so nerve-wracking, but it was rather a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did that. But yeah, since then, I've been doing a whole lot of coloring and drawing, and I recently, just this past week, I finished up sort of a mini series that I started here for the live streams, and that is my eco brick. Basically, it's just a giant plastic jug. I used an old orange juice jug, and obviously it's all cleaned out and everything, and you basically just add plastic into that. All the plastic has to be clean. There can't be any oil or food residue, no crumbs, no dust or lint or anything. So all of that can just go in the plastic jug. And then once it's all filled up, I will give it to an organization. I always forget their name, but it's just ecobricks.org. So yeah, ecobricks.org. Not sponsored, but I've looked into them a few times, and I just really dig what they're into. And they do really cool things with the eco bricks. They build shelters, like housing shelters. They build like gardens, like a garden bed. The wall is made out of those, so it's just really cool how those can be repurposed and everything. And yeah, so once I fully fill up my jug, I will send it in, and then it'll be made into something cool. So yeah, I finally finished. I finally finished up that stream this past Tuesday, and that took a while, but I'm glad it's done. Thank you very much. I painted them just over a week ago now. I mean, they're doing pretty okay, but they certainly are chipping. My nail is splitting. I don't know why, but oh well. At least I could get these cute nails for a while. But yeah, back to streaming. Streaming has been a whole lot of fun, and this is honestly one of the best ways to grow your community. Of course, I love posting videos. That is my favorite part about YouTube, being a content creator and all that, but live streaming is very fun, and I get to try out different things that I typically wouldn't do for videos, and yeah, it's just a really cool way for you guys to find my channel. So I hope you enjoy this kind of content. Next, I'm going to do this potato here. I did 2 potatoes here. That one is a sweet potato, and I made that one like a russet golden potato. So I think I'll make that one another russet golden potato. So with this one, it looks like I used yellow, I used some orange, I used purple for the shadow, and then, where's my brown? I have more of a warm tone brown, kind of like a milk chocolate, and then a darker chocolate, I guess. Oh, it says dark brown. Well, look at that. So, I'm just gonna start and let's get into it. I'm just going to start with a light wash of yellow all around, very lightly. This is also a good tip if you like to paint. If you do like a base color, that color will pop through and kind of just elevate the rest of the painting. I don't know what that little bit is there. Should I make that part of the potato? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, is this a skinny potato? What could that be? I'll just make that part of the potato. Oh well. But, yeah, when you're painting, if you do like a base color, that will typically pop through the rest of the colors, especially if you're like adding highlights in an area, that will just further pop. Do I have an example? I do. I'll frickin' BRB. Okay, so the example that I have here, I don't want to show the entire painting because it's not done and it's a personal painting and I just don't want to reveal the whole thing right now, but how can I show this? So, before I started painting all of the foliage on this painting, I did a base color of yellow. And then in all the areas where there are shadows and it would be darker and more cool toned, I did blue and purple. So, thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah. So that kind of just helps pop through all the other colors, and it's also a good way to kind of make a rough draft of your painting. So, yeah. Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, cat with toast. Let's go. Welcome back. But yeah, that's just a little example. Time to say goodbye to Dr. Evil. Okay. Back to the potato here. I think I'm gonna start with the shadows, so I'm gonna use purple or mauve. Can you see that? Kinda? Okay. And again, I'm just going along all the areas where vegetables are overlapping to create a shadow very lightly. And with the shadow colors, I use mostly just purple and blue. If it's a warmer tone vegetable, like this potato here, I will use purple, maybe a hint of blue, but if it's something more cool tone, like the spinach or lettuce, for example, I will use blue for the shadows, just to add a different hue and to make the tones that were already there just pop some more. And I'm also going to slightly go over these little areas here where it shows the detail lines, just to add some more depth. Add a little piece of bread. maybe at the end. I'm gonna go in with orange now. Now on this potato, I did it in areas where there's kind of a shadow, like where it blends into a shadow, so I'm just gonna do it around the edges there very lightly. I don't want too much orange, especially because there's an orange tomato right there. I want this to be more of a yellow potato, but it still helps to have different variations of tones, of color. So just a little pop of orange. Food art has always been interesting to me, not sure why. Well, it certainly looks delicious. Maybe that's why. But no, I feel you. When I look at this coloring page right now, it just reminds me of those old Subway, like the Subway restaurant, and the little artistic photos that they had on the wall. And yeah, man, oh man, I haven't been to Subway since 2018. And I know that only because I, like, I never really, like, enjoyed Subway. Like, I would eat there if I had to. But, we went on a trip to Colorado, and there was nothing for miles to eat. Like, literally nothing, except roadkill. And I'm like, no, thank you. So, we went to a Subway, and that is the last time that I ever had Subway. So just a fun little story there. I just wish that there were more sub places that had like good vegetarian options. Like I know you can just get a whole lot of vegetables and whatnot, but I'm just waiting for the day where they have plant-based ham slices and chicken and like I just want like a sandwich. But I mean that's why I mostly just eat at home because I can make whatever I want and I'm saving money. This is looking pretty good. I'm just looking at this one here and noticing that it just needs more brown. So I'm going to go in with the dark brown here and further darken up the shadows in those little detail areas. You agree? Well, thank you. Thank you for your solidarity. It's just so poopy. But whatever. I guess that's life. That's a risk I'm definitely willing to take. Are these the same yellow? No, definitely not. Okay. So this is more of a sunshine yellow. This is more like a mustard yellow, I guess. So I'm going to go in with that. And I feel like this will really tie everything together with all those orange tones and the browns and making the yellow pop. That looks pretty good to me. Oopsie. Okay. What next? What next? There's like random things like that, like little lines, and it's like I don't know what to make that. So I think I'll just do what I did there and just kind of make it more of a yellowy tone. I don't know. Because this is one of the most detailed pages in the book. Like, I'll just give you. Oh! Well, there's a previous page that we did. My gosh. What a throwback. But, it's just kind of random things like that. And, I mean, they're pretty, but the vegetables are just like that. I mean, it's cool, I guess. But the colors are, oh my god, I don't know what I'm saying. The vegetables are just a whole lot better to color, in my opinion. I'm gonna go back with this moss green here, very lightly over everything, and then I will go in with purple and add some shadow. Not Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay. Purple. and then back in with green. Whatever that is. Okay. I did mention this before, like it looks like I finished that broccoli, but not that one. So I'm gonna go in with this kind of mustard yellow and go over the stalk of the broccoli just to bring back some of the yellow tones. And then for the head of the broccoli, I will go in with a forest green. It looks like I kind of did the opposite there, and I'm not sure why, because that definitely looks more like broccoli. Like the stalk is more yellow, the head is more of a forest green. So I don't know what I was thinking here, but I don't know. I'm just going back over with a light hand. I love broccoli so much, and I cannot wait to plant that in our garden this year. I mean, I would love to eat it from our garden, but I do plan on making like a vegetable produce section of our garden, just for all the animals around to nibble and munch on. And then what I'm really excited for is to make a bed full of pollinating, non-invasive, native flowers. And that will bloom all throughout the year. So some will bloom in spring. As those die away, we're going to have summer flowers, and then we're going to have fall time flowers, and I'm just so excited. And I do plan on making that into a video. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, I've just been saving lots of seeds from previous plants that have grown in our yard, and if I visit like any parks or anything during these colder months when all the seeds are just ready to be plucked. Obviously, I don't take all of them. I really don't take a lot at all, but I do take some. And yeah, that's just a good way to add variety, but always do your research to make sure that it is non-invasive. And I always prefer pollinating plants because those will attract bees and butterflies, hummingbirds, and even bats. So I'm excited for that, especially with all the deforestation happening. Oi, oh my god, that makes me so sad. But hopefully building a little habitat sanctuary type situation will help. And another thing that I want to do, a DIY for the garden, is to make like a little hydration station. So basically it's just like a flat little bird bath. It has to be very shallow. Then you fill it with little marbles or beads or something, and then fill that with water. Not so it's overflowing, but just a very shallow pool of water. And that is perfect for bees and other small birds and critters to drink from. And making sure that it's not too deep so that they drown. And yeah, I'm excited to do that and hydrate some bees. So this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go back in with this greener pastures. It's more of a lighter forest green. It's still pretty cool tone. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just a bit more on the edges there. Okay. I think next. Oh, I think that's a part of the chives or whatever that is. Well, there's another little leaf there, and then we can get on to the ear of corn. I realized in my previous streams I kept calling it a corn on the cob, which I guess it is, but I think corn on the cob is just cooked. So, I don't know. Just an ear of corn. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did there, just adding shadows with the purple right by the mushrooms. Oh my god, I tried stuffed mushrooms for the first time the other week. I don't know how that was only my first time trying them. Like, I love mushrooms, but I did not care for these. They were pre-made from a store, so that's probably why. But they were Parmesan garlic, and you'd think that that would sound really good, but it was literally just a cup full of grease and oil. It was honestly very gross. Like, we ate out of like pasta bowls, and so like there's an edge to the bowl. I would have my fork and the mushroom in between the bowl, and I was like literally squeezing out the liquid. Um, Sorry if that's gross, but I mean, it was gross. So I definitely want to try to make my own, because those were just disappointing. But I'm glad I did try them. And it's just unfortunate, because like garlic and Parmesan, that just sounds really good. But it wasn't. And then I'm just coloring whatever this random little thing is here. I really don't know what that is. But we're just going back in with yellow, purple, and green. I think those are all the random leaves. Oh, nope. My gosh. Okay. Back in with the yellow. That painting I showed you guys with all the foliage and everything, I've been working on that since mid-September of this past year. Like, it's so detailed. I think it's one of the most detailed paintings I've ever done, aside from when I've painted my angel pets, but I've never painted like that much foliage, or like that much variation in foliage, I should say. So it's been fun, but it is like overwhelming at times, especially because there's just so much that I still need to do. But I know I can get it done. I just need to lock in and focus. I'll get it done one day. But also, since I've done that, I've done 2 other paintings, and I have made videos on those. If you're interested, they are up on the channel. I can give you a little sneak peek now. So, to the left of me right now, I have a little 4-drawer cubby, and I started a mini series where I create videos just kind of revamping the whole thing. And so I've only done 2 cubbies so far. I have 2 cubbies left to go. And then for like the grand finale, I have a little like side mural thing, and I honestly love it, but it could be a lot more detailed. So here is a little sneak peek. I really don't want to show too much. It's just a lot of mushrooms, a lot of flowers, a lot of color. So yeah, if you dig what's going on here, you should definitely check out that video. I posted that about 2-3 weeks ago. I posted a lot of videos in January. Like I have to give myself a pat on the back for that. But yeah, so we're done with that. Looking through everything else, there's that random thing there. I guess I'll make that yellow, because we do need a pop of yellow in this area. So I'll do more of like this mustard yellow. Not too much though. Then going in with purple, right along the edges for the shadow. And then back in with this mossy green, just very lightly, because there's already a lot of green around this, whatever this random thing is. Then I'm just gonna, ew, there's olive hair. Just erase the arrow that I put there to remind me. I got that one, so I'll erase that. I got that, so I'll erase that. And then, okay, it looks like we have one more random leaf, and then we can do the ear of corn. Alrighty. Have my yellow. Now I don't really know what's going on up here. Like, this is the end of the bok choy, and then the ear of corn kind of ends right there, but I don't know what that is. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna do the same thing, just more yellow, and then adding shadows with purple. Because it looks like this ear of corn hasn't like really opened up yet, so it's gonna be mostly green, more of like a minty kind of purple green. So I think I'll make whatever this thing is more warm tone. Maybe I'll add a pop of orange, just very lightly. There's no like key or anything in this book, like in the back, to be like, hey, this is actually what's on the page. So I'm just kind of making things up as I go. Maybe I just don't know my vegetables well. I probably don't. But just adding in some shadows. Oh my gosh, okay. I just have to share this because I watched the movie twice within 3 days. And it's free here on YouTube, and the movie is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Do we have any Chitty Chitty Bang Bang lovers in the chat? I've not seen that movie since I was, I don't know, very young. I was so young to the point where I just like visually remembered the scenes, but like plot-wise, I had no idea what was going on. So it was kind of like watching a new movie. But oh my gosh, I love that movie. Like, I really don't like a lot of musicals like with humans. I know that's weird to say, but like I love animated movie musicals, like the Sing movies, Trolls. Like I love those movies. But when it comes to like live action human musicals, I don't know. There's just something about them that I'm kind of like, I don't care for this. But oh my god, I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And it looks like we have another Chitty Chitty Bang Bang lover as well. So that's awesome. But oh my gosh, fun fact, the main guy in that movie, oh my gosh, his name is Karaticus in the movie. I'm like, okay, go off. Um, but he is played by the actor Dick Van Dyke. He today he is 99 years old. He's still alive. He's thriving, and I'm like, okay, slay. That's so wild. Like, good for him. But oh my god, I forgot. Like, I literally had a crush on him when I was young. Like, I didn't really recognize him in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I used to watch Mary Poppins all the time, and he's also in that movie. And I just remember, like, having a big crush on him when I was little, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, he's too old for me now. But I just had to share that because that was funny. But I think we're good with whatever that random thing is. So I'm gonna move on to the ear of corn. I do have a photo next to me that I'm gonna be referencing. So it looks like on the bottom portion here, like obviously it's mostly green, but there is some purple, and then it's more like a minty green, and then it goes to like forest green. So let's just get into that. I have violet purple here, which is more cool tone, and then I have mauve, which is more warm. I think I'm going to start with the violet purple. Again, going very lightly, just kind of going over the bottom section here in these lines to make the detail pop. Using a very light hand. Now, is that part of that too, or is that the background? I'll just keep that as the background. But then just kind of bringing it up there. Going over these lines here and making sure to use this for the shadows as well. So just going along the lines where it would be overlapping. And that pepper that's going over there will cast a shadow as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. um, I love that movie. Like, it's such a fun movie. Like, it just makes you smile. Except, little spoiler, except for the part at the end where the evil guy shows up. I'm not gonna spoil anything because you just gotta watch it. It's free on YouTube, so you can give it a watch. But yeah, that's the only part that ever like creeped me out, and they did a good job with like the makeup and outfit and vibe of the evil guy because he is creepy. But the rest of the movie is just so lovely. All of the songs, literally all the songs, are just so catchy, so fun. They make you want to dance. They're just so good. And the story, oh my gosh, the story is so good. What is this back here? I don't know. But let me add some shadow there. But yeah, we have Karaticus, the main guy, Dick Van Dyke. He is an inventor. They live in England, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. I've never been, but that movie makes me want to go. It's just so pretty. But they live in the countryside. It's him and his two little kids. And I'm going to go in with the warmer purple here, just as we go up. But he lives with his two kids, and they're just a fun, willy-nilly family. And they live with their grandpa. I keep wanting to call him Grandpa Joe, like from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but that is not his name. but honestly, kind of the same vibe. Like just a chipper old man. But, yeah, all the characters are so lovely. Oh my gosh. The other main character is truly scrumptious. Like her first name is Truly, last name Scrumptious. And oh my god, her outfits make me so jealous. Like I want all of her outfits. Her wardrobe is just flawless. It's beautiful. And yeah, it's just like a little love story. It's full of action and adventure. It's made for all ages. There's a lot of like really good storytelling and oh, well, okay. This movie was made in 1968, but it's supposed to be set in 1908 or 1909. I don't know, right around there. But it's just so fun to see like super vintage things set in another vintage movie. Um, it's just all so beautiful. It's just very charming. But yeah, I recommend that movie very much. Um, let's start adding some green. So I have this minty, it's called True Green. I'm not going to add too much of this, mostly just in the midsection here. Right on top of that warmer, like mauve purple. I realized I didn't even erase. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, I think it's fine. Yikes. I wrote ear of corn. Let me get rid of all this stuff. Oh man, okay. Good thing I didn't get too far. Okay. Just going very lightly over the midsection. This is kind of like a highlight color, I suppose. And then just kind of slightly bringing that down to the stalk. Another free movie that I saw on YouTube recently, I highly recommend. It's called Tammy with Melissa McCarthy. Oh my god, I love her. I've grown to love her. Not that I ever disliked her, I just never really watched her movies. But oh my god, like she's funny. She's very, very funny. But the movie Tammy, free on YouTube, well, it was 2 weeks ago. It might not be now, so I'm not sure. But check it out. It's very funny, family friendly. It's just so funny. It's a good story. It's about her and her grandma. And they take a little road trip and just they discover things about each other. And it's kind of a little love story as well, a little rom-com. But yeah, I don't know the actor's name, but from the Creep movies, kind of like a little horror thriller movie, I guess. Highly recommend those. Those are great movies. But the main actor from the Creep movies is the love interest in this movie, Tammy. And it was just kind of funny to see him in like a different setting, playing like a totally different character. But he did good. I mean, yeah. Great actor. I'm gonna go in with Greener Pastures here. Kind of just blending this all together, and then I'm gonna start to deepen up the detail lines here. But not going in too hard because I still want to use a dark forest green. What is another movie? Another free movie that I saw on YouTube. It's called Spy. It has Melissa McCarthy. It has Jude Law. It has Jason Statham, I think that's his name. I don't know why I always mess up his last name. Jason Statham, the British guy. But there are so many other actors. I don't know people's names. But oh my god, that's like genuinely such a funny movie. I watched it twice within a month. I watched it once myself, then once with my sister because I recommended it and I just wanted to watch it again. It's so funny. It is really so funny. And I love a good action movie. It's called Spy, and the beginning, oh my god. It's like the James Bond movies, how they all have like the very dramatic theme song and everything, and like all the graphics and everything, and they just kind of did like a little spin on that, and it's so funny. I highly recommend that movie. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the forest green here. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just really gonna focus this on areas that have a lot of detail like that, and then also mainly up at the top there, and then a little at the bottom, but the bottom is mostly more purple tone. So let's just kind of start out with that, going along the detail lines there, and anywhere where there would be a shadow, just kind of wrapping around the edge, going around the artichoke? What the heck is that? I think that's an artichoke. Okay. But just going up the lines there to add some depth. Oh, another movie series that I watched recently is the John Wick movies. I had never seen them prior to just watching them a few weeks ago. Pardon me. Um, but those were so fun. I will say the beginning of the first movie is incredibly sad. I did not watch the beginning. I had my sister skip it. But I will say there is an animal death. So, if that does not float your boat, I just recommend skipping ahead. But literally everything else about those movies is so great. The whole premise is that he is getting revenge on the people who took away his pet. So, I mean, that's pretty slay. But again, I love a good action movie, and those movies, they exceed my expectations, really. Oh, I'm totally like missing this side. But if you didn't know, John Wick, this isn't a spoiler, but John Wick, like his whole job per se, is basically like a hitman, and he then retires, but then he has to go back into business to get revenge on the people who took away his pet. And so it's just a really fun movie. Well, there's four movies. I think the fourth one was the best. It had the best music, definitely. The most action, the best like camera work and everything. The lighting, oh my god, the lighting throughout all of those movies is so cool. It's just very colorful. If you like Euphoria, I mean, it's nothing like Euphoria, but just lighting wise, it's very cool in that aspect. But yeah, very cool movies. And then, because he is a hitman, of course, he's fighting a whole lot of people in these movies, and I looked it up. And throughout all four movies, he like offs more than 500 people on screen. So that's just kind of wild. But yeah, they're good movies. I'm just gonna go back with the greener pastures. And I think I'm gonna go back with some more purple too. Just because I feel like we're losing some of that and I want to make the shadows pop some more. But yeah, let's talk about some music. So, if you're like me, then the only song going through your head the past week or so is Abracadabra by, why did I want to say Miley Cyrus? No, I don't think she has a song called Abracadabra. Lady Gaga. Um, she put some crack in that song, let me tell you. It's just so good. It's constantly going through my head. It's just so fun. It makes you want to dance. Get up off your back and dance Come On as, what's that band called? Kool and the Gang, I think? I don't know. But they have that song. It's like, get your back up off the wall. Dance. Come on. But yeah, that's how that song makes me feel. Very fun. I'm gonna go back in with mint just to get like a real nice pop of that color. And I'm gonna start pushing my colors a little bit harder now because this is hopefully the final layer. I'm just gonna do it where there's like big highlights. I'm just kind of blending that all together. Another song that came out 4 months ago, and I literally just discovered it like 2 weeks ago, is Sao Paulo from The Weeknd. And then the whole album, what's it called? Something about tomorrow. But it's for a movie that is the same title as the album, so I don't know the name of the movie, I'm sorry. But like the album is good, but it's The Weeknd. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's like you listen to that and you're like, okay, this is definitely The Weeknd. But I love his music. He's a groovy guy. But I have to say, Sao Paulo is definitely my favorite song on that album. And I'm excited for the movie. He's acting in it. The only thing that I know he's acted in is it called The Icon? I don't know, with Lily Rose Depp. That really like show. I never watched it, but I heard a whole lot about it and I do not ever plan to watch it. It's just sad, basically. But yeah, I mean, whatever. But that's the only thing I know he's acted in, and now he's doing this movie, so he must be good. But I hope it's not like Harry Styles in his acting, how like he was in an episode of iCarly and then everyone's just like, oh my god, he was so good in that. Let's put him in a Marvel movie. Oh my god. I have so much to say about that. I hope he gets a better acting teacher or just goes back to music. Like just stop acting. Because I watched him in Don't Worry Darling. That movie is good. There are so many top tier actors in there, like Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine. What's that girl? Not Saoirse Ronan. What's her name? She's from Midsummer. That blonde girl. Oh man. But anywho, like all like top notch actors. Like they've been around, they've been in the game for a long time. And then you just have Harry Styles. Like, I don't know, the difference between really good acting and then just like someone thrown in there, I don't know, like it makes a big difference, I'd say. And then what else was he in? Oh, My Policeman? Ew, A cab. Um, I have not watched that movie and I will never watch that movie. I mean, people are trying to be like, oh, he played a queer guy, so that's really cool, which it is really cool, but he played a cop, so that's not cool. Like, ew. So, I don't know, man. What else was he in? I don't know. But back to Marvel, uh, God, there are so many Marvel movies I don't even know which one it was. What the heck was it called? I don't know, but it was kind of like that new. It's a newer one, and then he's literally just in the last 1 minute of the film. He makes like a little cameo, and then it's supposed to be like, okay, he's gonna be in the rest of these movies. No one has heard a lick about that, and I hope we never do, because it was just so weird. And at the moment that I watched that movie, like I was still a fan of his, and even then, I'm like, this feels wrong. Like it just, I don't know, man. So, let me go back in with Violet. You're turning violet, Violet, and just kind of really deepen up the shadows and make the stalk more purple. But yeah, sorry, I just had to rant about him, about Harry Styles for a sec. If you didn't know, I used to be up his booty hole. Like, I was a hardcore fan until my frontal lobe developed, and I'm like, he's actually not all that. um, yeah, I mean, I really could just really dive into this, but I don't know. Long story short, I just feel like for how vocal he is about certain things and the fact that he's been silent about very important things, that's just a huge turnoff for me. And then, of course, him playing a cop was just gross. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I think this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go in with a mossy green just to kind of blend this all together. This piece of garlic here has always bothered me. Like, I wish I had a gray. Hello, pencil lead? Okay. But should I add anything else? Maybe I need to, like, deepen up, like, the shadows? Yeah, that's probably it. It's looking very flat. And just not like garlic. So I'm just gonna add shadows. But yeah, back to movies. Well, okay. My sister and I have been wanting to watch all of the Cinderella movies, like not like the classic 2D cartoon Cinderella, but just like all the spin-offs. Like we watched A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. Oh my god, literally such a great movie. It's so funny, such a good story, and that's all I have to say. But and then last night we watched another Cinderella story, and that is with Selena Gomez and what's his face? I don't know. But the guy, okay, fun fact, the main guy in another Cinderella story actually voiced um, Troy Bolton in the first High School Musical. Like, that's not him singing, that is a different guy. And it's funny because when High School Musical, like the cast went on tour, it was the same guy. It wasn't even Zac Efron. So it's just weird. But I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna go in with pencil lead just so it's gray. I mean, I don't know what else to use. Just very lightly, just to kind of blend this all together. And then I'll probably go in. I have this little, I don't know what it's called. It's literally just rolled up paper, and then you can use it to blend your colors together. But I will do that at the end. I'm just going to go very lightly with gray. I think I made this a bit too light. It's kind of looking like just an old, gross piece of garlic, but I don't know. I've never colored garlic before. So, oh well. Now, I don't know if this is gonna do anything. I have white. Is that gonna do anything? I don't know. I have heard of people, like, if you don't have a blending pencil thing like this, you can just use white. I mean, it does kind of just merge everything together. Honestly? Okay, that looks pretty good now. It still just looks very dark. A bit too purpley, but oh well. Okay. I think, let me do a quick inspection. I think that, oh no, I forgot this little leaf thing here. Okay, so let's go back in with yellow. A bit of purple. And then a touch of green. And I'm going to go back in with more of a mustard yellow. Okay. I think those are all of like the random little leaves. I think so. Okay. um This lettuce, I'm assuming it's like romaine lettuce. It's just looking a bit flat. So I'm going to go back in with violet and just further define the details and add some more color in there. The sun is coming out. I love me some sunshine. I'm just going to add it around the edges here for the shadow. Then I have this mahogany color. I'm going to go right over that very lightly. Just because romaine, yes, it is purple, but there's a little pop of red in there as well. And this will help blend that purple in. Just using a really light hand and a swirling motion. Then I'm going to go back with this forest green, just defining the details. And then going right on top of where I did the purple. Then I'm going to go back in with violet and just kind of add some more definition along here, just so that there isn't so much purple up top. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. Is there anything else that I'm not happy with? These radishes. I think I'm just going to make the roots pop a bit more using this mustard yellow. And then it's pretty white there, but I'm going to add some more purple. But I'm actually going to go start with this mahogany color, just to add some warmth around the edges. Just keeping the red up at the top, and then I will go over that with a purple, probably the mauve, to keep it more warm tone. I have my mauve. I'm just going to start blending that all down. I'm not going to go too far, as the middle of the radish is more white, kind of like a baby yellow. So just very lightly going down. So this is my 50th stream, and I wanted this one to be extra special which it is. I mean, we're finally finishing up this coloring page, but I wanted to do a special gaming stream. So this Friday, on Valentine's Day, this Friday the 14th, I will be doing a very special gaming stream. And if you like action and adventure, and I mean, I'll just kind of give you a little spoiler. If you like the Maze Runner, then you will love the stream. I selected a very fun game to play, Maze Runner theme, and I'm so excited. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So that'll be this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope you can join me. But I'm just taking this white and blending it upwards. I feel like this one needs more red still. Like, that one looks good, but this one needs more red. There we go. That looks much better. Uh-oh, okay. Just gotta go very light. Blend that together. I'll take my white, kind of just mush that all together. That looks good. Is there anything else that I'm not happy with? I think I just need to add more shadows for definition. So I'm going to be taking the violet blue, and then I'm just going to be going anywhere where the vegetables are on top of another vegetable, just very lightly going around the edge to create a little shadow. With more cool tone vegetables like this, I like to use a blue, and then when it comes to the warmer vegetables, I like to use like that mauve purple. Shadows are always more of a cool tone, but changing up the hue does help to make it look more realistic. I'm just going to go over with white here to blend that in. Just a little bit on the sweet potato there, and then around the edge, and then under that pepper. Can do some on the onion here. Yeah, the onion definitely needs some more depth. We can do some by the mushroom. More down here. On the tomato, just a little bit. Add some more on the spinach here, around the tomato. We can definitely do some more on, I think this is bok choy. I thought it was chives at first, but I think it's definitely bok choy. And then on the onion here, because that is looking a bit flat. Do some on the spinach around there. Do a little bit on the tomato. Can do some more under the broccoli. That romaine lettuce, I'm not happy with that. So, I'm going to take this mauve. It's just looking too cool tone still. Then I'll take, oh, this is called celery. How perfect. Okay, that definitely looks better. I think I still want to add a bit more maroon to the artichokes. Just for a pop of color. Because once you see one color somewhere, it'll drag your eye along other areas of that piece that have the same color. There's probably a certain term for that, I just have forgotten. But once I learned that, I'm like, that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, I think that looks much better. I'm going to do that for this one over here as well. And then just a little bit more on this one. Okay, I'm gonna go back with this mint here because when I added the blue shadow, that was just like way too much blue. So going back in with a minty green. Back in with greener pastures. I didn't realize how severe I made those shadows. It's just a whole lot of blue. Okay. I think I'm okay with everything. I'm just gonna move on to the background now. So I was thinking like a dark blue. Is that the same? No. This one's more purpley. I think I'll stick with this. So I'm just gonna start coloring the background. Olive is crying in the background. I think... I can't quite tell if that is a part of the plant. It's hard to tell. I'm just gonna make it blue. I don't know. We have some blue by the sweet potato. And by the spinach. Is that in the background? I don't know. I think this is the background though. little ASMR treat. There's a random little rectangle. I don't know what that could be, so I'm just gonna color that green. Okay. Maybe someone was cutting up chives or something. I don't know. I think that's everything down there. Oh, got a little bit there. Oh my god, is that the last bit? Oh, this is. I think. I'm just gonna do a little bit in there. I think that's it. Whoa! We literally just finished this. Yay! And the sun is out too. Okay, let me move that to get out of there. Oh my gosh. Wow, I can't believe it. I mean, I can. We did it, and I'm glad. Let me just erase my notes here. Wow. Yay. Okay. Oh my god. How long have we been doing this for? 94 minutes. An hour and a half, but yay, it's done. I'm happy with it. Let me date it. Today is 2/11/25. Yay! Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm just kind of in awe. I've been doing this for such a long time. Like today, of course, an hour and a half, but gosh, I need to add up all the hours that I was coloring this, like over each stream. But wow, yay, we finished it for the 50th stream. Awesome. Okay. I want to thank you all for joining me today. It means a whole lot. I enjoyed talking to everyone and talking about movies and all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you for celebrating my 50th stream with me. And I hope to see you for my 51st stream this upcoming Friday, the 14th, Valentine's Day. Ew! So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing some fun gaming, and yeah, I also have a new video out. Oh my gosh, like people are actually watching it. It's crazy. It's at 1.5K views. That's wild. So, I want to thank you all for the support on that. And if you have not seen it yet, I would love for you to check it out. I cut my hair. I chopped it off once again, and so I made a video. But yeah, I will have another video out, let's say this Friday. I'm editing it right now. It's another DIY, so if you like sewing, if you like cozy crafting, then you will enjoy this video. But yeah, I want to thank you all for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a relaxing time. And I'll see you on my next live stream or video. Please be sure to visit the links in my bio to learn more about what's happening in Palestine, Sudan, the Congo, and East Turkestan, as well as my friend Sam's GoFundMe, as she was recently involved in a devastating T-bone car crash. So please, please, please share her fundraiser around and donate if you are able to. Any amount will really help her out. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to the earth. I don't know why that still says planet. I've always said earth, but yeah. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on my next one. Adios.